All right, guys, so today we're talking about these new townhomes called Blanc by Onyx East. They are 3-bedroom, 3.5-bath townhomes with 2-car garages, and right there in Grand Central, Kenwood.
What'd you give this one for location?
For location, I gave it a better rating than Towns at Union, just because you're a little bit closer to Grand Central. Being Towns at Union, it's on 5th. This is on 1st Ave North, and we could just walk across the street, and we're on Central Avenue.
Yep.
So for that reason, I gave it a 7.5. I just like the walkability around here. That's the one thing I like about this. Towns at Union's more of a bike ride to Grand Central than a walk. You know, this is just casually walking across the street. It's like mid St. Pete. I feel like this is the 34th Street to me is the dividing line between East and West St. Pete. And like you are right there. It's like, oh, I want to go to the beach, want to go downtown, right there. So.
Yeah, I did something similar. I went with a 7.2 for the same reasons. Obviously, better than Towns at Union. I think that little area of Grand Central is great. And, you know, we've had this conversation together before, and you've pointed out that it's a really good young adult area, but after you're done with the craze of downtown. You know, once you've kind of grown out of that, there's so many little swanky restaurants and like houses that have been converted into bars or restaurants like in between days.
Yeah, definitely. And honestly, I think people downtown that live downtown, they're like, oh, there's such a community downtown. It's like, once you get out of downtown, I feel like there's even more of a community in Grand Central because it's like I see the same people, and like you said, this is kind of downtown extended. And then you're next to like one of the best neighborhoods in St. Pete, Kenwood.
Right.
So.
All right, let's switch on to build quality. What'd you give this community for build quality?
This was my highest rating for build quality. And I think too what's playing into that is I'm actually seeing it being built, you know? So I think that helps. Construction is all block. I mean, all the way up. That gives me comfort just, you know, if there was a hurricane, anything like that, totally feeling secure. Not that with those wood ones you don't feel that way, but this is just extra soundproofing everything.
Right.
We're talking about 1st Ave North. Maybe at 5 o'clock it might be a little busier over there. You probably won't hear that with the impact windows and solid block construction, so.
Yeah, I gave it the highest rating as well on this at 8.7. I mean, it's tough to tell when you can't walk through it and it's not fully completed, but it seems like the finish level is gonna be similar to the other projects that we've seen. Yeah, block construction all the way up, every unit with a 2-car garage, which to be fair, the ones at Innovation that don't have a 2-car garage are priced well below the 3-car garage. Or the 2-car garages. It's off to a hot start with our best location rating and our best build quality rating so far.
Definitely. You know, I was thinking about with construction too, I was thinking if, you know, these don't have that, you know, the upper deck level, you know, rooftop balcony type thing. And maybe it's just me, but it didn't like sway me a certain way or anything because it's hot in Florida, man. You know, like usually when they make those, it's like you got to put an awning up there anyway. You know,
and road noise from 1st Ave North. Yeah, it does make sense more to have those on Innovation. Yeah,
and these I think they do a good job of kind of keeping in touch with the character of the neighborhood too. You know, I think Innovation here would have looked weird, right?
Yeah, agreed.
You know, would have looked more modern.
Yeah, it's true. The build style is a little more down to earth.
Yeah, traditional, kind of little farmhousey.
Yeah.
You know. Now value, what did you give it for value?
I gave it a 7.5.
Okay.
I think that the pricing here is maybe a little overinflated. It's hard to see the finished product or envision it before it's done, but I really feel like if they plan on selling this community with price increases as they sell units, then they're starting too high. It's just my initial impression. So for that reason, I gave the value a 7.5 when it probably could have achieved something higher because like we said, the location and the construction of it look phenomenal.
Well, and I think, you know, for value, I think price played into it for me too. I mean, they have 3 different units. You know, and the square footage, I mean, we're talking about lowest square footage being 2,093 square feet and highest being 2,131. I mean, it's not much of a difference anyway.
Right.
But I mean, they're starting, like, the first one's $879K, the other one's $904, and then it goes all the way to $944. And for me, when I'm looking at just in general, townhomes throughout St. Pete, with price factoring, I think, obviously we think the construction's great, but with price factoring where you are and other townhomes that I've seen just for sale, resales, you know, built later than 2007, I had to give it like a 7.5. Because I do feel like the price is high when you're competing with other stuff that's, you know what I mean? That's kind of where
Certainly looking at that price, it doesn't get either of us excited.
Yeah. It doesn't, I don't think they're gonna go like hotcakes, you know, like right away. But I'm only showing one sold right now off of 30th Street North, so, which I'd probably wanna be there rather than 31st Street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 31st Street's a little busier.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I would wanna be.
Yeah, even walking the property, we both agreed that that was a really nice corner.
Yeah, for sure. Because I mean, with 30th Street, it's like you're in the neighborhood, so, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, the drone shots really make that clear too. It does feel like it's in the neighborhood when you're looking at it from an aerial view.
Correct, and they take up the whole parcel pretty well too. I thought it was a well-done site plan and everything, but yeah, I'd say 7.5 for value. But definitely like some of the best new construction we've seen. You know?
Well, our ratings were really similar, Sean. Probably as we do more and more of these, it'll be hard to deny an accurate rating.
Yeah, I think so. So location, I did 7.5. Construction was a 9, and then a value of 7.5.
So we're rocking a 7.9 overall for this project, which just for reference, we gave Towns at Union a 6.6. and we gave Innovation a 7.5. So that does put this slightly higher than Innovation and makes it our highest rated project that we've reviewed so far. Do you think that that 7.9 is accurate? Does it do it justice?
When I look at the other ones we rated, I really think it does, because obviously I do think it should be higher because it's in more of an activity zone. You know what I mean? And I think that's, if you're buying a townhome, you almost want to be by the action, you know? And as much as you are close to everything with the Innovation and Towns at Union, you're really close to everything at Blanc, like not even move your car.
Yeah.
You know, like, so.
And we've really talked about all three of these projects have had a different target market, I would say.
Correct.
Innovation seems to be made for nurses and doctors. Someone that's making a high price point and wants to just walk to work. Whereas Towns at Union was more a first-time home buyer, and it's in an area that seemed to make sense for, in a price range that made sense for. And then this project, it seems like this is a little bit of an older buy. Like I would say somewhere in the 30s to 50s range, where they're looking for a younger lifestyle, but less busy, less things going on than Innovation. You know, they want to walk around with their dog. They want to know everyone in this part of town. So I think that all three are a different target market, but I think that this one actually achieves going after their buyer better than the other two projects.
I would agree with you there. I do think, you know, if I had got to choose one I'd want to live in, probably be right here in Blanc, I'd probably choose that right now.